皆さんこんにちは。
皆さんこんにちは。
カノンチャンネルの
カノンチャンネルの
せーのカノンです。
アンブー。
イエーイ
High five.
Wow, you pronounced it like so perfectly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Thank you.
I didn't teach you anything.
Anything? We
Yeah.
just went straight into the
Yeah.
video. I was just
Yeah.
copying you.
Yeah.
Do you want to teach me one Japanese word then?
Okay, I
Yeah.
will. What would you like me to teach you?
Hello, how are you?
It's very easy.
Okay.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa.
元気ですか？元気ですか？
Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? Yeah. Thank you.
I tell you, some people are stuck on pronunciation when
Maybe it's because I speak Tamil. My mother tongue influence helps me
Oh.
with English, Tamil, and then maybe other languages like
languages.
Japanese. Yeah. In one of my videos, I spoke about Sannan kante. Sannan kante.
3年間で
Sannan kante. Native speaker のように日本語になります。
Anbu?
Yeah.
So
You pronounce my name perfectly.
Anbu,
Wow,
really?
yeah.
If people are Japanese, then maybe they can pronounce it
your
perfectly.
yeah. Everyone
Japanese.
pronounces my name wrong.
How do they pronounce it?
Ampu or Apu or like all these other ones, yeah.
Anbu.
Perfect.
Anbu, thank you.
Yes.
Hi there.
Yes.
I'd like you to introduce yourself
Okay,
to the camera. So.
sure. So my name is Anbu. It's such a pleasure to meet you guys on your channel. I'm a YouTuber. I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and I recently also graduated from university.
Congratulations!
Thank you. But now that I've graduated, I want to focus now full time on YouTube and filmmaking. Very, very passionate about filmmaking and YouTube.
It's amazing because you've been learning and doing some like editing the videos for over 3 years. Or?
3 years, yeah.
So, Anbu, and what I am going to ask you is, I'd like to discuss about Japan, your knowledge. What do you think of Japan?
Ooh, Japan. It's very, very interesting because I have some very good friends from Japan.
Okay.
And I know that it's such a beautiful country, especially during the blossom season with all the pink.
Like now!
Is it now?
Yes.
I would love to see that in Japan. Like the season.
Definitely.
And I know that there's lots of variety in Japan. For example, you have Tokyo, which is such a hustle-bustle city.
Yes, like London.
Yeah, but even more than London with the glass, the lights, the technology. I feel like it's one step ahead of London. But then you've got the rural side of Japan as well, where you've got the lifestyle and the relaxed lifestyle.
Country.
And then you've got like the very rich culture and heritage of Japan. Even dating back to World War II and even before that. I don't know much about the culture of Japan.
Okay.
But I know that it's so
History.
rich. Yeah. I would like to ask about one thing.
Yes.
If I travel to Japan, will people look at me in a different way?
Because of race?
For example, are we allowed to talk about that on the channel?
Yeah. Wow, that's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they don't get used to see someone different. So some people may look you differently, but I don't think they will treat you badly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would love to go.
You should!
Yeah.
What do you think about racism problem in London?
Again, so many things going through my mind because it's not just one problem. If you have a traditional name on your CV, on your resume, and you hand it to the company, if it's like an African name or an Asian name, it's more likely that you won't get the job. There was an experiment done where a black woman, she had a traditional African name, but she changed it to Elizabeth.
Okay.
And then she got like so many more successful applications just because
The name.
the two exactly the same CVs, but the name was different. So what does that show you about institutionalized racism? Is that unfortunately still exists in a lot of societies.
Even now.
Then you have day-to-day racism where you are made to feel uncomfortable for who you are and your color of your skin. So you might get people shouting nasty things at you. For example, I've had people shout at me "paki," and I don't know if you want to include that word in your video, but it's a rude word for brown people. Unfortunately, people do say nasty things, and I feel we are one set of people. Why do we have to view different skin colors, and why do we have to differentiate between ourselves? And it's unfortunate because it's some people who make you aware of who you are. Racism still exists in society, but in lots of different ways. I've talked about 2 different ways, but in a lot of different ways you still do find it.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Do you know ninja or samurai? Do you know this? Ninja. Samurai.
Yeah, I know a samurai, yeah.
Okay,
the
okay.
samurai swords and yeah.
Do you believe samurai exists in Japan still?
Ooh, yes, I do believe that. I do believe that. Just because how can something, such an important part of culture and heritage just disappear? I do believe there's some samurais that exist. Is that true?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I don't believe so. However, according to the website, there are some samurai in Japan. Maybe when it comes to like the tourist places or something like that. But yeah, they
Oh,
exist.
cool. That's so cool.
But personally, no.
Oh, okay.
I often heard a lot of British people say Japan is a very clean country. Do you believe so?
Why not? I mean, I don't believe it's an unclean country. When I imagine Tokyo, I imagine it to be like a very pristine, clean streets, clean country. Yeah.
So what do you think about here in London? I don't think London is dirty or something.
I don't think it's dirty. Have people said that London is dirty to you?
Some people. Yes.
Really? Maybe pollution is a little bit high in
Oh,
some
yes.
places.
Pollution.
But honestly, I think London is a beautiful city.
I think
It's
so.
a very clean city. You know, it's very. Okay, this is why a mindset is important. If you want to look at the dirt, you can look at the dirt. If you want to
Yeah.
look at the positive and
Yeah.
the clean sides, you can.
Why not?
It's all about how you view things. So, like, let's take this for example. We're in a very nice park in central London. We can focus on the beautiful blossoming trees over there. We can focus on this
Everywhere.
beautiful architecture and
Yeah.
and the buildings behind us. We can focus on the brick Victorian houses just there. Or we can focus on the fact that that hasn't been cleaned up. We can focus on a bit of like gum on the floor. Or we can focus on the construction. You know, the construction work, maybe that's a bit noisy. It's all about how you live your life. And
Yeah.
I like to live my life on the positive sides and looking at the positives. Because
Me
in
too.
every single situation as well, there will always be two sides. So I feel like the people who say London are dirty, I would have to disagree with them. But for example, when you get on the tube, the London Underground, yes, there's lots of like ash everywhere. There are mice running around. But then I think it's just good to look at the positive and,
Yes.
and look at how beautiful it is at the same time.
Yes, completely agreed.
Nice. Yeah.
You teach English, right? Could you teach me English?
Sure. Okay. So, what kind of things do you want to know?
Maybe like English idioms or maybe something that like British people using. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, please.
Okay, so there's lots of different ways to introduce yourself and also to say bye when you're leaving. So when you're saying hello, I think the common ones is hello and all the boring ones. But there's also you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right. Yeah. And then if you want to say goodbye, you can say cheerio.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Yeah.
Wait, I don't think I've never heard
It's
it
quite
in
an
America.
old-fashioned. Not in America. Only British English.
What if I said cheerio to the American people?
They'll be like, "What are you saying?" They will not understand.
They don't understand.
No, they will not understand. There's so many differences between American and British English.
Teach me.
Yeah, so
Yes,
okay,
yes,
so
yes.
for example, how would you say elevator?
Lift.
Good. How would you say crisps?
Chips.
How would you say high school? Secondary school.
No high school.
High school. What about gas station? They say gas station.
Petrol.
Good, yeah, so you already know lots of differences, very nice, yes. But yeah, there's so many differences like that. What about, I'm feeling under the weather.
Again?
I'm feeling under the weather.
I'm feeling under the weather. What's that?
I'm feeling ill, under the weather.
Ah, the weather must be cloud or maybe
Cloud, something like that, yes, I'm feeling under the weather, yeah. What about hit the bucket?
Hit the bucket.
I have to Google this, hold on.
Oh my god, I like that.
To kick the bucket is an English idiom considered informal, meaning to die.
Kick the bucket.
Yeah. Stop beating around the bush.
Stop beating around the bush. Okay, give me a clue.
Beating around the bush, as in you're not walking in a straight line, you're going around the bushes. What does that mean? You're taking the long route.
Go shortcut.
Kind of, but when you're speaking to someone, you don't beat around the bush. Get straight to the point.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
How do you say that? Big bucket? I mean, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hi, Amber.
Yeah.
I have something to say. It's sunny today. Yeah. Do you like the sun?
Yeah, I do like the sun, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about?
Maybe. I'd like to.
Can you stop beating around the bush?
Perfect! Yeah! Can we make the story about kick the bucket?
Kick the bucket. Okay.
Okay, let's do
So
that.
it was one dark evening, and there was a mystery murder, and the police came to investigate, and they realized that the man
Kick the bucket!